Well, the whole week, Tsonga has been serving unbelievable. Yesterday, high percentage, first serves in, and barely lost a point first or second serve. And when you're playing against Nalbandian, who's one of the best returners in the game, it's a test. Just one of the most difficult calls, actually. Just feel the edge to Nalbandian.
Well, the first game is one to love by the French hero. This 23-year-old playing in his first Masters Series final. He's always dreamt of playing a final in France, and what a place to do it here, what an event to do it in, and as I said, so much to play for still. That ticket to Shanghai, tantalisingly ahead of him or Nalbandian, the winner to take it all today. But as Greg Ruzetsky was saying, something really special about this place. When you have a crowd like this, they're very, very vocal, as we see at Roland Garros every year, and also here. And why not, when you've got such talents on court, as we have today.
One of the reasons why I'm edging towards Nalbandian is he's done it before. He's won Masters Series in winning Madrid and Paris. He's been to the Masters Cup. He's won that competition where it's all new for Tsonga.
He's landed that inside the line, or just on it. He said after beating Blake yesterday, he said, I came onto the court like a tiger. I hit at everything that moved, and that made the difference. He has been positive from the very beginning here. He wasn't against Andy Roddick. He struggled in that match, eventually came good in that epic final set, the tiebreak that he won there. Since beating Roddick, well, he has played superbly, and Nalbandian will know it already. Nalbandian himself near perfect in beating Andy Murray a couple of rounds ago. He did let things slip in the second set yesterday against Davydenko. Regained his focus in the end and his energy. And he has so many shots in his repertoire. The serve, not the biggest, but it can be used very effectively. Of course, he's an outstanding returner, as we've said. But once they get into rallies, he can put the ball anywhere. He can go up the lines both ways. He can drag it across with the angle to put his opponent right out of court. He's not bad at the net. And also interesting how he will look to step up onto the baseline, Barry, to take the ball on, to attack it, rather than retreating a couple of metres behind.
And that's going to be a difference today from yesterday, where Blake was the one who was overpowered. It's very difficult to do that against Nalbandian. A few signs of nerves from the Argentine early on.
Was a chance, the first of them, just snatched at that last stroke. Eric Winogradsky in the cap there to the right, who has been coaching Tsonga since January of 2004. Tough couple of seasons though, because he had so many injuries. You name it, he hurt it almost, it seemed. Thankfully now recovered from the last of those injuries, the knee problem that he had surgery on mid-season. go inside the line, and then the attack choosing his moment.
And if you're playing the flamboyant Frenchman, this is what you've got to guard against. Launching into that forehand.
And a double fault to gift the break to Tsonga, so it's all good at the moment for the challenger against the champion.
A few times this week that Nalbandian's got to come back from behind in the scoreline. Other matches he's so strong from the start.
Tsonga dropped only 8 points on his serve yesterday against Blake. He hasn't dropped one as yet against Nalbandian.
One other tactical battle that'll be interesting, Barry, is a couple of weeks ago when Federer played Tsonga. Federer went after the Tsonga serve early on because he said in his interview after the match that he has a second serve that is prone to break down under pressure, and as we talked about, with Nalbandian being one of the best returners in the game, especially on the second serve where he does put you under pressure. You wonder how that will hold up for the Frenchman.
Firing bullets and then the touch to finish. And I feel really important for Tsonga, Barry, that, okay, the Australian Open final was huge at the start of this year, but that when he got to his next final in Bangkok recently, he did win the title. So he hasn't got to get over that hurdle today. He does know how to win a trophy.
That's a very good point. And of course, it's Djokovic who beat in the final, so he knows how to beat the best.
He's on fire already, lighting up this arena once again. Huge flags around, waving in appreciation. Tsonga, it's all him at the moment. 3-love.
Kevin Peterson is here.
Wow. Can Peterson take the heat in India in his biggest challenge yet? England's Tour of India, coming soon, Sky Sports 1.
Brian was under attack from a very nasty cold. It started with a battalion of runny noses. Later came a headachy army, and on the left flank, regiments of chesty coughs and sore throats. Then came the turning point. Instead of paracetamol, Brian had taken Beecham's All-in-One. With 3 times more active ingredients, it fights more symptoms. And it wasn't long before Brian was winning. Fight back with Beecham's All-in-One.
Sky Bet. It matters more when there's money on it.
7 years since a Frenchman took this title, Sébastien Grosjean. We saw him here earlier this week watching Tsonga's progress. Grosjean, the last to reign here in Paris, beating Yevgeny Kafelnikov that year. Tsonga already assured of breaking into the top 10 on the strength of his performance this week, and that means that with Gilles Simon also there, it'll be the first time in 20 years that France has had 2 men ranked inside the top 10 at the same time, which is quite amazing considering the numbers they have in the top 100, around 15 of them at the start of this week. Read which way it was going, but that one through the defences. Looking to avoid the fate he dished out yesterday to Davydenko. He won the first 5 games of their match in that semi-final. Easing that one down the tee. So a first game for Nalbandian, the defending champion, to get something going. His coach Martin Haiti, a former top 10 player himself, and the last Argentine to win 10 titles. Nalbandian, if he wins today, will do that, get into double figures. Rapid attack, just stole in very quickly, putting Tsonga on the back foot.
Yeah, unlike Martin Haiti, if he does win today, 6 of those 10 titles would be indoors. It just shows how sort of Argentine tennis has changed over the years. It was known as a clay court specialist, wasn't it? Players from the Argentine.
And Argentina, of course, this year opting to play the final of the Davis Cup next month indoors on hard court against the visiting Spaniards. This really is encouraging from Tsonga's point of view. The aces already racking up. Yes, just caught a glimpse there of Sébastien Grosjean front row with Winogradsky. Sadly, Sebastian's own form has dipped dramatically of late. He's now outside the top 150. He hasn't won a match since Wimbledon. And that misses, unable to land the lob. Tsonga further ahead in this opening set.
Looking to save money on your car insurance?
Visit the experts. GoCompare.com.
Just tell them everything your policy has to have. They'll compare the best prices from loads of insurance companies and show you which quotes come with everything you've asked for using their special 5-star rating.
So you can see just what you're getting for your money. Simple.
So for the right car insurance at the right price, don't just go anywhere. Go Compare at GoCompare.com.
Why go compare anywhere else?
Nestling in the heart of Devon, the Manor House and Ashbury Hotels offer all residents free use of all sports and leisure facilities, including tennis on our 6 indoor and 5 outdoor courts, golf on our 7 18-hole courses. Try your hand at one of our 15 tutored crafts. Call 0800 234 3072 or visit our website www.manortennisdevon.com.
Sky Bet. It matters more when there's money on it.
Nalbandian in need of something a little more special if he's going to reel in Jo-Wilfried Tsonga to stop his momentum at the moment. The early break for the Frenchman, if you're just joining this final, came in the second game. Nalbandian playing his 5th final of the year, but this the biggest one.
Hasn't got the same timing off with his ground shots now, Nalbandian, as he's had all of this week. And against Murray, it was flawless tennis. Murray was obviously disappointed, but also full of appreciation for the quality of Nalbandian's game in that quarter-final. To have been beaten by a player playing as well as he did that day was no disgrace. Joe's parents, Evelyn and Didier, both teachers now. His father, a former professional handball player. Third double fault already for Nalbandian. The previous 2 was in his opening service game, which he lost.
Just overdid the angle. But he's some opposing player, isn't he? Those huge strides across the court. Rather like his young compatriot, Guillermo Fils. And although it didn't happen for them this year in Davis Cup, imagine those two next year with Les Bleus, the supporters cheering them around the world. Great chance they would have, you would think, in the competition. They've got a tie in the first round away to the Czech Republic. And they then face Argentina in the quarterfinals.
Zero points.
One of the reasons Nalbandian is right up there as being the best returners in the game is the hand-eye coordination. And that 208 km/h first serve from Tsonga, no way near it. Devastating play. This is what Federer did to him early on in their match in Madrid. Will it have an effect on Tsonga's second serve?
Keep getting as many of those in on the first serve. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. .110 out of 11 points so far on the first serve. Over-eager, pressing again. That's what we saw against Roddick. Too much at times. He was just really trying to rein in the emotion, find the right balance. That look says a lot. Nalbandian sensing his moment here to break back. Nalbandian, perhaps too many options. He could have dragged it cross, he could have lobbed. He went to the forehand side and simply put away.
To take that serve away from him. The big point, he goes there 80% of the time.
Dynamic again, got in well, used his large athleticism and leads 5-2 first set.
Nestling in the heart of Devon, the Manor House and Ashbury Hotels offer all residents free use of all sports and leisure facilities, including tennis on our 6 indoor and 5 outdoor courts, golf on our 7 18-hole courses. Try your hand at one of our 15 tutored crafts. Call 0800 234 3072 or visit our website www.manortennisdevon.com.
Meet the Peugeot Boxer, the biggest and most versatile van in the range. And the Peugeot Expert, voted International Van of the Year 2008. Here's the Peugeot Bipper, the new low-emission van designed for the city. And introducing the new Partner, Simply our best mix of loading capacity and flexibility. Peugeot Commercial Vehicles. From professionals to professionals.
Sky Bet. It matters more when there's money on it.
Tough day so far for David Nalbandian. Dropped only one set in defence of his title this week. Has always won the first set of each match. Lost the second yesterday to Davydenko. Now in danger of dropping this opening set of the final. Graphic we saw at the change of ends showing the lack of depth on the serve, not doing enough with that. Tsonga able to attack it. But he lands a fantastic lob. Tsonga had done well with a very strange rescue shot, putting it into the back corner. That scoop there could have been awkward for Nalbandian, but he was aware of Tsonga's presence at the net and didn't need further invitation. Seen many of those bobble over this week. Very tight net. Very good flick back return. Right onto the toes. No angle for Nalbandian to work with.
His backhand return. Backhand pass has been rock solid this week, Tsonga.
So still just the one break advantage. Can Tsonga make the most of it now and serve out this set?
Has been the whole week, serving like a man mountain. And will the pressure get to him, or will he just continue doing what served him so well?
Oh, great smash. Not easy, but he dealt with it.
That was a fantastic smash, but the point was set up by that wonderful backhand down the line to turn defence into attack. Not too many players can get Nalbandian off balance, but Tsonga did a really good job there.
Found the mark, it's a sixth ace. Nalbandian looking, checking, but no challenge. and another earns him 3 set points. A terrific first half hour from the Frenchman, rising to this occasion. Working for it, but made to run. And that's what Nalbandian can do so well, very quickly get his opponents out of their comfort zone, running wide from side to side, but still one more set point ahead of him. A massive serve seals it. Tsonga has the first set. He needs just one more for his first Masters Series title.
At the simple click of the mouse, watch Sky movies for free with Sky Player. From action to comedy, there's a massive range available. And as a Sky Movies customer, you can watch them all whenever you like. It's easy and free. To see what's available, go to sky.com/skyplayer. Sky. Believe in better.
Sky Bet. It matters more when there's money on it.
The Masters Cup begins next Sunday. Our live coverage starts at 6 AM on Sky Sports Extra. And then in 3 weekends' time, it's the Davis Cup final in Argentina, Friday, November the 21st, 3 o'clock Sky Sports Extra. Saturday and Sunday as well. Of course, it's Argentina against Spain. Argentina looking to win the Davis Cup for the very first time. David Nalbandian's plan was to win Paris for the second year running, but so far at least, it's all about this man, Jo-Wilfried Tsonga, blowing the opposition off court. Doesn't his box love it? Not to mention 13,000 French people in the crowd making themselves heard. Little pockets of Argentine support. They haven't had too much to celebrate just yet. Still. Just for good measure, we've got a Mexican wave. Certainly an interactive crowd. Second set, back to the 2 barriers.
Will Jo-Wilfried Tsonga ride the wave to the title? Surged through that first set brilliantly. More than twice as many winners from Tsonga compared to Nalbandian. Kept the errors to a minimum. He was very, very strong on his first serve. Dropped just the 1 point on that. Nalbandian only had one breakpoint opportunity. That's a beautiful point. Lovely disguise on the drop shot, doing the kind of thing he did to Andy Murray a couple of days ago.
Now what a talent this player is. Angles, cross-court, a couple, and then the rolling it down the line, getting Tsonga off balance.
Onto those, there'll be plenty of excitement around the crowd. So refreshing at the start of the year, the way he went about his tennis in Australia. Much missed because of the knee injury at the French Open and then at Wimbledon. Came back just in time for the US Open, but now indoors, this rise towards the top of the game to try and get a place in Shanghai. It's just ahead of him. If he can win today, he'll go there as one of the top 8 in the world. It would be a remarkable finish to the season, considering how much he has missed. And Tsonga's turn to finish it off with the softball, working Nalbandian from side to side. There's always a question if you can get him, force him to run as much as that in a point, you have a real chance. Oh, yes. Set it up. Anticipated Nalbandian's approach.
That was a great pass from Tsonga, but what cost Nalbandian in the opening service game of the match was tentative play, and this was a tentative approach shot.
Shield they're playing for. Nalbandian with 2 of them. Madrid and Paris last year. He's pushed that wide.
It's very casual. That volley, Nalbandian. Didn't need to go so close to the line. Tsonga was out of position.
Another double fault. So the pressure is telling. That's his response. Tsonga berating himself. He didn't get it. At least get a return on it. More like it from the Argentine, working his way into the point.
It's a small point, Barry, but it's strange why he berates himself when his opponent hits an ace. Maybe a sign of desperation a little bit, that he's so keen and eager to get this match wrapped up. And that can count against you.
Oh, well stretched. Not easy, but somehow made it, and that put a smile on Martin's face. Nalbandian eventually claims the first game of this second set.
You know, there's always that doubt in a player if you've never achieved it before. You go back to when Murray was playing Djokovic in Cincinnati, and when it was in the tiebreak, it was nervy moments, but then once Andy had won that, you know how much more comfortable it was when he was in Madrid a couple of weeks ago. And as for Tsonga, hasn't done it before. But when he's serving as well as he's done the whole week, and also in the first set, it does make life a lot easier for you. He's been really smart, because Nalbandian is starting to cover the one down the middle, and he's slotted a few aces out wide.
Again, very accurate with the serve, and also with his second shot, not allowing Nalbandian a chance to hit back. Nalbandian punching that into the backhand side of Tsonga. Times when he plays that two-hander defensively, he gets a bit underneath the ball.
Nalbandian won 6 out of the last 7 points on Tsonga's second serve.
Relief for the most part around this arena that Tsonga holds there. Different dynamic in terms of having to play catch up in this set, with Nalbandian serving first.
shot like that, that's why many people feel that he has one of the best double-handers in the game. The angle he creates, taking the ball so early.
Punch, what a combination.
He just has terrific movement at the net. Tsonga always looks to attack the ball.
That's another look, perhaps. He's going to challenge it.
On the left baseline, ball was out.
Big screens high over the head. The centre of this court. And he did catch it. Rotation there and a lucky reprieve perhaps for Nalbandian, having been under pressure when that call came.
He got away with one there. Nalbandian. It was a tentative approach.
So the defending champion holds again early in this second set.
Calzaghe the story. More than 3.5 hours of the best of the incredible Joe Calzaghe. Calzaghe the story on DVD.
The delicious, low-fat, sweet onion chicken teriyaki sub from Subway. Warm chicken breast strips and a teriyaki marinade made the way you want.
Cucumber?
No. So, no surprises.
You swine!
The sweet onion chicken teriyaki sub. Subway. Eat fresh.
Sky Bet. It matters more when there's money on it.
Plenty of popular figures here in Paris attending this final, eager to see if Jo-Wilfried Tsonga can claim his first Masters Series title. Mansour Bahrami just there in that last shot, ever present this week. He knows a trick or two. I wonder if Nalbandian's got a trick or two up his sleeve to try and turn this situation around. Tsonga hasn't faltered so far.
has looked half a yard slower today, Nalbandian. And I'm sure that's the Tsonga effect, but also he has played a lot of tennis over the last few weeks. Well, that's why Tsonga is so dangerous, because he just takes time away from you, and Nalbandian doesn't like that.
So the aces keep coming up from Jo-Wilfried Tsonga. Nalbandian, no answer to them. Around a dozen aces now from the Frenchman, delighting this Sunday afternoon crowd in Paris.
But it looked like it skidded off the line. Tsonga, I think, is convinced of that as well.
Ball stands. Cancel.
It was late.
Challenge David, or? I think so, it's that far, yeah. Yeah. Because he's calling from behind. Because he's behind him. S'il vous plaît.
Tsonga has 2 challenges remaining.
Didn't make it, but still he was positive, trying to attack. And an easier game for the Argentine on serve. But still, set down in this final.
If there's one thing a woman does well, it's many things. And now something else you can do is save money with 3-for-2 mix and match on vitamins and supplements at Boots. Boots. Value you can feel good about.
Incredible power is in your hands. With a high-resolution screen on the new BlackBerry Storm. Purpose-built for Vodafone. Coming soon. Make the most of now.
You might not be strong enough to fight the flu virus if you're 65 or over. Protect yourself. Get a free jab from your GP.
Sky Bet. It matters more when there's money on it.
The roll of honour, the list of champions high up above the far stand here in Paris. A decade ago that Greg Rusedski won the title. Tim Henman also a champion here back in 2003. As you can see, 5 different winners in the last 5 years. Is Nalbandian going to retain this title? The first man he would be to do that if he does so. Safin, the last player to reach successive finals back in 2000. He keeps pinging them down. 65% first serves in. Just 2 points dropped against the first serve. And again, getting Nalbandian off balance, going behind him.
Nalbandian just doesn't know what's coming next.
So a love game answered with one of his own. He's looking very cool, calm and collected. Has shown no nerves here today so far. Tried to steal that point. Risky approach, nearly paid off.
Yeah, again. Covering the net brilliantly. I feel for Nalbandian, he's either got two options. He either goes straight at his man or uses the lob more.
Is the Tsonga challenging the serve?
Your right arm high share, also good. All sets, Tsonga has one challenge remaining.
Very clever.
But the class players have that ability to know where their opponent is on the court. Exactly what happened there in that point. It's a big space for Nalbandian to hit that drop shot into.
So a succession of games very much to the server. Midway through this second set, 4-3.
Federer, Nadal, Djokovic. He's beaten them all. Andy Murray's season has surpassed all expectations. Now he aims to capture his biggest title to date. The Masters Cup with Skybet.com starts next Sunday, 6 AM, Sky Sports Extra.
For every person, there's a Dell.
I am green today. I chirp with joy like a cricket song. I am.
Choose the Dell Inspiron 1525 that fits your style for just $369, including a free choice of color. And see how Windows Vista Home Premium makes it easier and more entertaining to use your PC. Go online now at dell.co.uk/TV. Dell, yours is here.
Sky Bet. It matters more when there's money on it.
Pondering his next move. has improved on his own serve in the last few minutes. They're doing their best to lift him. Brave man standing up amongst this crowd.
There's been a lot of thoughts, Barry, about Nalbandian, that his sole focus right now, even though it's a big final, is on the Davis Cup. But if he were to win this match, he would become the Argentine #1, and that would help him because it would mean he wouldn't play Nadal in the first singles on Friday, which I feel is important for that Davis Cup final.
Bounding around. Perhaps a hint of over eagerness. And the first sign of pressure telling on Tsonga. How will he deal with it?
It's the first time he has been under pressure, as you're saying, Barry. So you've got to believe that he will go for the middle serve here. He wants to hit the ace.
Great chance now for Nalbandian to break clear and then serve out the set. Two more wouldn't go in this. Oh, that's huge. What a serve. What a reaction. And what a response from the crowd.
That's a real dagger blow to Nalbandian. Had 3 break points and they've all been snuffed out by quality first serves. 2 aces.
I think they like. I think they'll all be out of their seats if he gets another ace here.
Certainly Nalbandian, who's looking a lot more secure from the baseline rallies now.
He went for it, but he couldn't find the return.
Tsonga.
I wonder if Richard Gasquet is watching this. Great talent that he is, but temperamental at times as well. Didn't turn up for this one, pulled out with a late injury. And they do rise to applaud him. A get out of jail from Joe Wilfried Tsonga. A massive game for him. What will it do to Nalbandian?
To be one of the best in your sport, talent just doesn't get you there. You've got to have heart, and time again, Tsonga showed that he had an abundance of that.
Something he's tried to do but not been able to do much of today, Barry, getting Tsonga really wide. Touch of desperation about that last one.
That was sensational. That was an incredible shot from Nalbandian. Yeah, one of the reasons why, Barry, is because any player in the, given the situation, you're 4-3 up in the second, love 40, you're sensing the break, you know your opponent's rattled, but then he's just come back with big serve after big serve. Saved 7 out of his 9 break points against Djokovic. He saved 14 out of 17 break points against Roddick. He's a miracle man this week. Maybe Tottenham Hotspur might hire this guy.
Bitterness in your tone, Barry. We won't go there. Very deep serve. It was very good. And Haiti approves. Nalbandian ahead again in this second set.
The delicious, low-fat, sweet onion chicken teriyaki sub from Subway. Warm chicken breast strips and a teriyaki marinade made the way you want.
Cucumber?
No. So, no surprises.
You swine!
The sweet onion chicken teriyaki sub. Subway. Eat fresh.
My Brian's inspired by the relaxing lavender fragrance in my new Airwick Symphonia. It changes fragrance automatically, so you'll really notice it. And you know the best bit? With all these fragrances, I can choose any combination I like. New Airwick Symphonia. Oh, it's good to be home.
Introducing the new Braun Series 5 with Gillette blade technology. Precisely angled edges cut hairs closely with every stroke, leaving you with skin that's irresistibly smooth to the touch. The new Series 5 from Braun.
Sky Bet. It matters more when there's money on it.
Pantomime season has come early here. The cheers and the boos. Cheers for the French fans, boos for the Argentines when their faces are put up on the big screens. A packed arena, it has been from the start. This man is big box office in France right now. Can he bring home the title?
Civil Kent. It's the Tsonga challenge in the corner on the baseline, the ball is over.
What do you reckon?
It's his last challenge, isn't it?
Must be sure of it then. Didn't get the result he wanted.
Tsonga has no challenges remaining.
Unless they go to a tie-break. That's it for this set for him. Oh, what a clever shot that was. Tsonga going the other way, didn't expect that at all. Nobody did.
It was genius. First pass was really intelligent, right at the feet of Tsonga. Anticipated the drop volley, one of his favourite plays, but one of the shots of the week. It, almost like he's running out of ideas, but it's all measured, calculated, waiting for his opponent to move.
Suddenly, this set threatening to run away to Nalbandian. 3 set points for the Argentine to take them the distance. Can Tsonga rescue the situation again? Love 40 in his last service game, and he managed to hold. Not this time. They'll have to go all the way to sort it out. Some master strokes in that last game from the Paris master himself.
Sky Bet. It matters more when there's money on it.
Just a further reminder that our coverage of the season-ending Masters Cup begins next Sunday morning at 6 o'clock on Sky Sports Extra. Andy Murray making his debut in that competition, and a Davis Cup final 3 weekends time, Friday, November the 21st, 3 o'clock on Sky Sports Extra. Continued coverage on the Saturday and Sunday, of course, as Argentina look to win that much-valued team tournament for the very first time. Well, the final Masters Series final of the year is going to a deciding set. Remember, the winner qualifies for Shanghai, so much up for grabs, and you get the feeling that David Nalbandian has a taste for victory now. Will he become the first man to successfully defend this crown? Well, not if Joe Wilfried Tsonga has anything to do about it, not to mention the 13,000 in the audience willing him on. Back to Barry Cowan and Barry Mills.
Fascinatingly poised then. One more set to sort this out and decide who will take the title, who will go through to Shanghai. A much improved first serve percentage from Nalbandian in that second set compared to the first. Consistent with his number of winners and errors. More errors from Tsonga though. That's massive, got round it. And determined to remain positive despite the setback.
That's the only way he knows how to play. Tsonga, and that was a big forehand, a statement of intent. I said at the time, Barry, that I felt the most important point in that second set was the break point that he had in Nalbandian's opening service game, when it was the first sign of tension with the reaction from Tsonga. As the pressure built, he finally cracked, but he's been a man that can get over a few issues, hasn't he, this year?
Anyone who's feeling pressure.
Nalbandian.
Oh, that's outstanding! How did he nail that? An incredibly awkward ball to play. This lob from Tsonga.
Sorry, Barry, and the approach was really intelligent, because it's not easy when the ball's that low to hit it with power, but what he did was he hit it deep with a bit of height, gave himself time to get into the net, and she was saying that was something a little bit special, as in the last game when he hit that backhand pass. Look at the stats for Nalbandian in the first and second set. They're identical in terms of the winners and unforced errors. 7 winners, 7 unforced errors in both sets.
Brilliant approach, and into the boards goes Nalbandian. I think they came off worse. If he's got this, it was a great second serve.
No.
Courageous. Yeah, maybe signs of maturity from Tsonga, realising that he'll have to go for a little bit more on the second serve, because that was a defining area in the second set. Nalbandian winning 2/3 of the points on the Tsonga second serve.
19 aces. had some battles this week, but he is a young man, a strong man, a hungry young man in pursuit of his first Masters Series title. 3 sets to beat Stepanek, 3 to beat Djokovic, 3 to beat Roddick. That's outstanding again from Nalbandian to deal with that dipping ball, to get it back right into the corner and then to cover it with a fine volley.
Two important factors in this point. A genius again from Nalbandian on the half volley, but for Tsonga, 1-1 in the third, second serve. You've got to do more than just put the ball back in the middle of the court, especially when you're an aggressive player.
Yes, the return was lacking. Ferocious hitting from Tsonga, upping the tempo. Again and again, he lent on the ball in that rally. Tsonga taking the direct route straight back again and again against Nalbandian, and asking the question of him, okay, produce the angle. He tried in vain. 2 break points. A breakthrough in the final set. Is that enough to secure him the title? We shall see. 2-1.
They're both good men. I love Obama.
America is a joke.
The economy.
I really think that it's the election of my lifetime.
Obama is a very glib personality.
Obama will be the next president of the United States. McCain, he'll take us out of war.
A lot of pomp and circumstance before and a big fizzle after.
From Miami, San Francisco, Chicago, and New York, see the real America. Live coverage now until November the 4th on Sky News.
The delicious, low-fat, sweet onion chicken teriyaki sub from Subway. Warm chicken breast strips and a teriyaki marinade made the way you want.
Cucumber?
No. So, no surprises.
You swine!
The sweet onion chicken teriyaki sub. Subway. Eat fresh.
Critics are calling W clever, funny, terrifically entertaining, 4 stars.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't get fooled again.
W in cinemas November 7th.
Sky Bet. It matters more when there's money on it.
Is it Joe Wilfried Tsonga's week? He starred under the lights here in Paris-Bercy.
Please.
Nalbandian outshone in the last game by the Frenchman, who's broken clear in this deciding set. And the big man's big serve, fire for the remainder. Getting across the finish line for that first Masters Series title. Once again, Nalbandian is going to have to come from behind if he's to have any hope of winning. That's a sensational shot. Isn't a bad return. Route one again. A big part of this story. Tad ambitious to do that.
He's in the zone now. It feels probably make anything anywhere on the court.
Slipped as he tried to stroke that up the line, and just a bit concerned there. He seemed to hurt himself. He had the problem with the leg a couple of matches ago. Concern looks there. Scowling at that, really had to make a return. Well, again, he's delivered on cue. Certainly needed that just to relieve some of the intensity, the pressure about this, to build on that break now and put him 2 games ahead and just 3 away maybe from the title. And Nalbandian left stranded mid-court at the back there. His momentum going all the other way.
Now what a boost this is for Tsonga to be able to beat Nalbandian playing his game.
Hands up.
A fourth ace from Nalbandian. Another game, but still got to find a way to try and break back.
Let's give it up for the optimists. The ones who think anything is possible. The ones who look up, not down. Let's hear it for the thrill seekers. The excitement lovers who think you can never have too much fun. The ones who don't let any opportunity pass them by. And who think big, not small. Welcome to the Lotto way of thinking. Think Lotto.
Sky Bet. It matters more when there's money on it.
Plenty for the French fans to smile about as Tsonga has taken this lead in the final set. He played very close to what he would hope to for the most part. Nalbandian has certainly raised his level to win that second. Falling behind in this third. Again, can he find a way to turn it around? Seems unfair on the Argentine, but then again, luck evens out 10-2. He had one of those that bobbled over earlier in the match. Tsonga certainly gave that a clout.
Hands up.
22 and counting. the return again to get such an angle.
I thought the return at number 15 was outrageous. That one eclipsed it. It's all a question of whether Nalbandian can get that return back in play.
Well, he did perfectly. Pinpoint to the line, and the break back point now for the Argentine. Outstanding. The nerve he's showing, again under pressure. Such focus. Ability to do that at this juncture.
Yeah, the moment of crisis almost means for Tsonga, I'm going to hit the serve even more aggressively.
And now Nalbandian at the last can't find the return. Again, looking to go across, but out it goes. It's a relief for the big man. Go Joe. Signs around this arena. And a huge will for this huge guy. What a character. Getting over me that time. Took it on, didn't he? Decided to come in, apply the pressure, and it paid off.
0 against.
It's been a good play for Nalbandian today. The forehand approach. And the approach is quality. It makes life so much easier when you're at the net.
So smart to go back behind like that. Nalbandian caught unawares. For neutral observers like us, great to see a match being played all around the court, as much as this one has been. Again, he gets it, this time back up the line rather than cross. Tsonga perhaps guilty just of watching that last stroke a little too long before he reacted to it.
And it was intentional on this high back and smash to drop it short, and it certainly worked for him.
3-4 in the final set.
My Brian's inspired by the relaxing lavender fragrance in my new Airwick Symphonia. It changes fragrance automatically, so you'll really notice it. And you know the best bit? With all these fragrances, I can choose any combination I like. New Airwick Symphonia. Oh, it's good to be home. Try new aqua essences from Airwick. Fragrances inspired by plants grown in water that bring the freshness of nature into your home.
If you're looking for a superb villa holiday, talk to us at Villa Parade. Choose from exclusive, hand-picked properties around the Mediterranean. Everything from traditional farmhouses to luxury country estates, all with private pools. Our personal service takes care of everything from car rental to recommending the best restaurants and beaches. At Villa Parade, we make it so easy to have a wonderful villa holiday. To discover our service for yourself, visit villaparade.co.uk.
Sky Bet. It matters more when there's money on it.
Trying to stay in the moment, Jo-Wilfried Tsonga, not let his thoughts race ahead to what could be. Point at the time has to be the mantra, one at a time. And Nalbandian will know that although he's a breakdown, this is still not a lost cause by any stretch. Desperate attempt by Nalbandian, who pulls up. Run out of town in that point.
As it has been the whole week for Tsonga. The first serve has been out of this world. And he knew he was going to have to serve that well at the start as well, which also gives even more credit to how he's approached this match mentally.
I think it missed. Into the corner like that.
Well, like Muhammad Ali, he didn't back off there, did he? In fact, he was very much on the front foot, which was a quality return from Nalbandian. It was almost a half volley from the Frenchman. Disgusted with what he did with that return. That was a golden chance for Nalbandian. That second serve, very edgy from Tsonga, 131 Ks.
from Le Mans drives his way through another game and needs just one more to become the champion here in Paris for the first time. Listen to the roar.
Tsonga mène par 5 jeux à 3. Merci.
Look at that! Stunning shot from Nalbandian. Defiant play from him.
What a gem this point was. Highlighting how strong the men's game is.
Oh yes! 1 point after another. Dazzling.
Oh, you could only but marvel.
I think back to Nalbandian's brilliance in that kind of position earlier in the match. A wonderful shot he struck, but that was even better. Say goodbye to that one, David. 2 points away.
Well, every now and again he has these golden moments in a match, Tsonga, where he is unplayable. That's certainly been the case in this third set, especially the last 2 points.
S'il vous plaît.
Perfectly done. Worked it out and was a step ahead early in the rally and maintained it.
That's why there's so much excitement about this match coming in. The power of Tsonga against the intelligence of Nalbandian. Smart play that was.
Another cracking shot from Tsonga. Nalbandian, like with a sweeping two-hander, fired into the corner. What an afternoon they've had. Cedric Pearlian in the background there, looking on. Fine French player that he was, but never able to lift this title. And Tsonga surpassing. tape, but a chance for Tsonga there. So Nalbandian still trying to retain the title. Wins one more game. But he's got a break in the next. 5-4.
It's difficult to hold on to that game because Tsonga was swinging from the hip. He was going all-out attack, but of course this is the difficult game. The pressure's on, serving for the title, serving for a place in the Masters Cup. Never been in this position before, the Frenchman. This is where you have to remember all those hours you put in on the practice court, all those matches you played in the past, what gets you over the finishing line, and that is playing aggressively, hitting that big first serve. It's easy for us to say, but it's 4 first serves will do the job. And of course it's that much more difficult, especially when you've got Nalbandian in the other end of the court, because if he does get a look at a couple of second serves, you can't believe he's going to make the same mistake that he made in the last game when he missed that return. Had tough times the last few years this tournament with some of the top players pulling out, but how great it would be if they could have another French winner.
Please.
7 years ago, they're itching for something as good as. Can Tsonga match Grosjean and become champion in Paris for the first time? Willing him on, thousands here, millions more I'm sure around this country and beyond. A huge star of the game now. He needs to settle. Tsonga serve against the Nalbandian return, as it always was going to be.
Good play from Nalbandian. Hitting with aggression, hitting with length, down the middle. Using all his big match experience.
Tsonga's coach remaining calm on the exterior. The return was made, just pushed back on that occasion. And did Tsonga do the right thing? Coming in.
Good play from Nalbandian, but you look at the first 2 points, Barry, I was saying you've got to stick to the tried and trusted. Strange, he went out wide first point, his best serve is down the middle, and then that last point he went down the middle when you know his best serve is the one out wide. Why would he change it up? Pressure.
Over-pressing, another error, and he's put himself in a huge hole again. Love 40. A lifeline for Nalbandian. First serve. But once didn't need it. Here's poor mum and dad, what they must be going through. They're not alone. Well, it was a risky ploy again. Playing the drop shot, you think, well, Nalbandian's going to tear in, but luckily the ball dropped low enough and Nalbandian had to hit up. 2 break points saved. Still 1 more to face. Nalbandian, conversion rate 1 out of 9. Fearless, fantastic serve, went for it and went after the reply. Great scenes again. And again, he is just 2 points away from the title. Just the one, 25th ace. 1 shot away maybe from the biggest win of his career in the French capital. A nation has taken this man to their heart. Championship point.
Tsonga.
It's Tsonga's title. The Jolly Green Giant lights up in this arena. The smile says so much, the emotion reeling around this arena. Wonderful scenes, dazzling display from him. Nalbandian concedes the title and Tsonga cannot quite believe it.
A dream come true for Joe Wilfried Tsonga. Great delight for him. For Nalbandian, he certainly played his part, but what courage that Tsonga showed, not just in this match, but the whole week. Yes, he got a little bit of luck, but eventually it was a class from the Frenchman that really was decisive. What a champion, and deserve it as well.
Well, he's a superstar, no doubt about it. 13,000 adoring fans paying tribute to the first French champion for 7 years, and quite rightly, he is going to milk every moment of it. The culmination of a wonderful week for Joe Wilfried Tsonga. And the final is like so many of his matches over the past few days. Some brilliance, disappearing just for a little worrying period in the contest, and then back with a bang. That's his mother and a very proud father just behind as well. Greg Rosetsky and Mark Petch here alongside me. That was special. Everything this guy does is special, Greg, isn't it?
Oh, you gotta love this guy. I mean, look at his celebration, the joy, showing his personality out there, and the fans just take to him. So it's great to see. It's great to see a new superstar rising, and may he get into that top 4 that we've been talking about. And maybe he'll be the 5th guy in there who's challenging next year.
He kept us guessing towards the end, Mark, didn't he?
Well, I mean, the whole last game really was just his week. You know, absolutely everything about it. Saving break points, the unexpected. I mean, how was the drop shot he played at 15:40 as well? I mean, it was, yeah, I mean, Nalbandian didn't know what was coming next. I mean, it was a phenomenal performance. His serving was probably the best I've seen all year. I mean, in a final of the biggest event that you ever played in, I mean, it just shows what character he has. No question about it. I mean, twice in this match he was down love 40, and serving for it to be down love 40, he showed the character of a champion. To
come back and grasp this title. There was no way he was going to lose this today, and he made the crowd out there all so happy they came today because they got the result they wanted. A Frenchman finally winning this tournament again, I think 7 years later.
Yeah, well, Barry Milnes used the term fearless, and that's what he was. We wondered, first final at Masters level, would he be able to cope? Hey, no problem.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, I have to say that right from the start, I mean, Nalbandian made a bit of a slow start, but Tsonga was untouchable. For a set and a half, he was virtually untouchable. Nalbandian worked his way back into it well, grafted hard, but I mean, look at that. I mean, in the final of the Australian Open, I think he was 70% of first serves in. Today he's at 65%, 25 aces. I mean, that was just that was an awesome performance.
I mean, it is. Only one double fault. I mean, that statistic is impressive. And also break points won and break points saved as well is impressive. I mean, he saved 8 out of 9 break points. That's just too good.
And of course, the icing on the cake for him is a place in the Masters Cup. We've been guessing right up until the end. It's David Nalbandian who misses out narrowly. Tsonga finishing in 7th place with 390 points. Juan Martin Del Potro takes up the last berth. Nalbandian finishes 11th, but Gilles Simon and James Blake may well be considering the flight to Shanghai because there's every chance that at least one of those names in yellow, Greg, is not going to make it.
Well, it definitely looks like that. So Simon's probably the one smiling, so he's definitely going to go down, and Blake should probably book his ticket as well, but I hope everybody comes to play.
We have the Masters Cup live for you. It begins next Sunday. Early start on the first day, 6 a.m. on Sky Sports Extra. Those top 8 players put into 2 groups of 4. Andy Murray playing for the first time, of course, and bearing in mind his form and the lack of fitness for some of the other key players, well, it could be a very special week for the British #1. It's been a very special week for Jo-Wilfried Tsonga. Ultimately, David Nalbandian just coming up short. How would you assess his performance? And also, what will his mental state be, having just missed out on the Masters Cup, but knowing that the Davis Cup final's just after that?
Well, he's going to be disappointed. He gave everything he could today. Played well. I don't think he played as well as he had played in his recent matches. I think maybe there was a little fatigue. But to be fair, I think the majority of that was down to the way that Tsonga played. We talk a lot about you only can play as well as your opponent lets you. And to be honest, if your opponent is taking the racket out of your hand, serving as well as Tsonga did, then there's nothing that Nalbandian can do.
No, not really. And look at this right from the start. I mean, the topspin lob was sensational. Tsonga's forehand today was just unplayable in the beginning of the match. I mean, he's dominating the court here. Look at this. He's making Nalbandian go right, left, and he's just being so aggressive on that shot and working the point so he can come forward and finish it off at the net coming right here. I mean, there's nothing you can do against an opponent that inspired. And what was so impressive, for a man who's in his first Masters Cup finals, to come out and just take the ball on the way he did today, especially on that forehand side, and to take the ball as early as he did. Watch this return. I mean, that is just superhuman. I mean, that's just too good. And then we see the other part of his game, which was impressive, the ace on big points. It was always there, 25 of them today. And then he shows us why we love watching him. Look at this movement. I mean, it is superb. I mean, you think no way he's going to get there. He gets there easily, and look what he does with it. No problem whatsoever.
If he carries on like that, is he going to get to the very top of the game?
He will. If he stays healthy, there's no way he won't at least get into the top 5. But to get to world #1, he needs that second serve to be more potent, because the big boys like Murray, Federer, Djokovic, and Nadal will punish it. So to take that step up, the challenge for #1, that's the aspect he needs to improve.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Greg totally. I mean, second serve looks just at times maybe a little vulnerable. But you know what? The most important thing about Tsonga's game is the fact that he has the ability in himself, the belief that when I step onto the biggest stages, I'm going to produce my best tennis. Okay, he didn't win the Australian, but he played well in there, and he's played fantastically well against it.
And what an addition he's going to be to the Masters Cup. This was the moment when he clinched it. He's not afraid to show his emotions.
That's what I love about this guy. This is what brings people to a sport, and to have a guy like this in tennis is so good for the game because people can relate to it. They love the emotion, the feeling out there, and that's what brings kids to the game. So may Tsonga win many more tournaments.
And having just nipped in at the last minute, can you see him having a fantastic week in Shanghai?
Why not? I mean, he's got the confidence. He's taken a whole bag full of it on the plane to Shanghai, and the way that he plays, the unpredictable nature of his tennis. You know, the guys won't enjoy playing him on an indoor surface. I mean, when he's serving like that. Now, Nalbandian, one of the best returners in the world, couldn't touch the ball. So he's definitely got a shot of going deep into that event.
If you had to pick a winner for the Masters Cup, who would it be?
I'm thinking Federer is going to be the choice, but I think Murray has got a very good chance. He's been playing the best tennis after Wimbledon. So Murray, Federer, who's going to do it? I don't know.
And Nalbandian will now hope, having just missed out, that it's going to be his day come the Davis Cup final, of course.
Yeah, and that would certainly make up for today. I mean, he's made a late run again, as he did last year, and hopefully for his sake, maybe he can play the first third of the year a little bit better, and then he won't have to worry about Paris and Madrid next year.
Yeah, it's just a shame that these big events are shoehorned in so close together at the end of such an arduous season.
Yeah, that's the problem with Paris at the end. We had a great finals today, but if you put the two tournaments together and got rid of some of the lesser tournaments, then you could have better tennis. So, you know, overall, no complaints.
Greg, Mark, thank you very much indeed for your company. It's been a memorable end to the Masters year. We've got more to look forward to, of course. Just a reminder that the Masters Cup gets underway at 6 a.m. next Sunday morning. You can see it right here on Sky Sports Extra. But this evening, French tennis is saluting a new master. It was Joe's show at the Palais Omnisport. From us all, bye-bye.